Apple Hermes watch straps. In this video, I wanted to review the new one that I got. I will also try on the other ones that I own that you may not necessarily be able to find reviews as readily. Here's my Apple Watch. Mine is the Hermes version. This is the Series 7 41mm, but of course with every year they increase the screen size, but the band size is still the same. Just in case you didn't know that, because I did get asked. So even for like the Series 10, it says 42mm, it still fits the same as long as it's the smaller version of the watch. Let's just reveal it quickly and then we'll talk about each of the different straps that I have, a bit of the pros and cons, a bit of a short review for each one. I will most likely gonna redo the real unboxing when it comes to one of my luxury hauls, the Hermes ones, but for today's video, just for the sake of the review, I will just quickly reveal it because of course I have already been wearing it. And here's the new strap that I got. This is called the Bridon from Series 9. If I had to say it in English, it would be Bridon. To be honest, I wasn't attracted to most Series 10 straps other than the stainless steel one, which is always in and out of stock and is a bit pricey. So I'm still thinking about that one. I might as well maybe even buy the new watch and get that strap. But Series 9 have a lot of very, very attractive watch straps that they still carry in store. So here is the Bridon, and it's a fabric strap. So unlike this one, which I also bought from Series 9, so both of these are from Series 9's design. This one is also a man-made material, so not leather, but it's a fabric. And that is the reason why I was really attracted to it, because it feels very comfortable. Here's a close-up look of the watch strap itself. You've got the label Hermes Paris over here that is stitched on the strap. And then you've got this kind of chevron pattern on the main strap, which is super cool. This color is an Hermes color called a Rouge Ash. I've already been wearing this strap for a while, so I can do this review for you. Again, this is the other side. You've got all the chevron pattern again. So what I love about this strap versus all my other ones, they all have their pros and cons. What I love about this one is that it's fabric. I'm someone who is very, very sensitive to how it feels on the body. Anything that touches my skin, I want the material to be as comfortable, breathable as possible. And with this strap, that's exactly what you're getting. You're getting a fabric material that is very sturdy, like I'm pulling on it. It's a very, very nice premium fabric material, but that also looks good. So you've got a bit of design and style, and also this color, this really gorgeous burgundy color, is very signature of Hermes. It's one of their, I think, 100th year anniversary for the color, Rouge Ash. So I'm gonna try on my new Bridon strap. I will also be reviewing this strap later because I just want this video to be a comprehensive sort of Hermes strap collection video that I have. And then these are still relatively new, as well as these other ones that I have. These ones, they always carry in store as well. The thicker double tour and the thinner double tour. The only maybe difference that you may find is the color of the leather. This color will always be around because it's a classic. The black one will also be around, except that this one has the black hardware, so it may not be the same hardware, but typically these straps will also be around. Again, just for reference, because everyone's wrists are different, but typically for me, my main issue is that my wrists are really, really tiny. My measuring tape says 13 centimeter today. Obviously your wrist size can change from day to day or from season to season. In the summer, it could be bigger. In the winter, it could be smaller. If you're exercising, it could be bigger. If you're just more swollen that day, it will be bigger. So typically, you still want your watch strap, or at least the settings that it offers, to fit you well with a little bit of leeway, but not so tight that it will like cut your circulation, but also not so loose that it will start rotating around your wrist. This one, even at the smallest setting, it just about fits. I will say if it was even 2mm bigger or 1mm bigger, it will be too loose. Another thing that I love about this strap, so I just put it in, is that you've got only one of these you've only got to put it through once because a lot of them have like 2 loops and you have to put it twice. This one you put it through once only, especially the leather straps. You have to put it through 2 times. Again, because I have it on the smallest setting, therefore it has a little bit of the strap not lifting, it's just the way it is. That's the smallest setting, but it still looks really, really attractive, really beautiful. Let me change the face for you. Let's go with this one maybe. So it matches the color of the straps. So here's a 360. Really, really nice pattern of chevron. And that is why, you know, even though this color or this, even though this pattern can look a bit casual, I will say, it still kind of looks good because it's different. It's not just your typical plastic straps like this, right? It's really, really attractive. Generally speaking, I find this color or this strap to be very wearable on a daily basis. Now, here's the fit on me. It feels a slight bit loose, I will say, but not so much, but not to the point where it starts rotating itself. Just kind of moving along this side of my wrist, which is fine. It's not too tight and it's not too loose. There are girls out there that may have even smaller wrists than me. That's totally possible. In that case, you just really have to try it on and see if it fits your particular wrist. It's just a very, very, very attractive strap. They do make this in also a double tour. So there are basically 4 color combos, but 2 main colors for the single tour and 2 main colors for the double tour. The reason why I didn't go with the double tour, because I already own 2 double tours, and double tours you really have to take time to put it on. I will show you later. Hence the reason why I've been pretty much buying all my additional accessories in the single tour, because it's just a faster experience to put on. Sometimes that's what makes the difference of whether you want to put on your watch or not. That, at least for me, I really think that it will come in super handy in the summertime, because in the summertime that's when your skin is a little bit more damp. Because I do find this strap to be a little bit just very, very, very marginal. Not uncomfortable per se, but I do sometimes wish that in the summertime that this material was more breathable, which of course, being a plastic derived material, it's not going to be breathable like your leather or your fabric. Now with leather, although they are breathable, they all have their pros and cons. In any case, that's how the Bridon watch looks like, and I do recommend it. It's getting a little bit harder to get them now because the stock just comes in and out. Series 9 is already last year's watch, so whatever they have left, I think they're just trying to sell them off. I managed to get myself this one before they run out of all the stock. I also got one for my friend, so that is why I am doing this review, because you are still able to find this, but not for too long, I think. Now, my most worn watch strap is still the Kilim. This one I bought last year. You may or may not have seen it because I didn't really make a dedicated video. I just did a collective unboxing. What I love about this watch strap, again, it's just that it's so quick to put. And the reason why I bought it straight away when it came out is because I've always wanted a deployment strap, but they always make it just for men in the leather version in the past. And so this year, or last year rather, when they launched this design, I had to buy it right away. The only concern I had was whether it fit my tiny wrist again, and it does. So this one fits even better because I think it takes up some of the material inside with this deployment piece here, and therefore even though on their website the specs of these straps, the single tour, they typically start at 14 or 140 millimeter, which is 14 centimeter, because maybe this material has the chevron, it's a thicker material, it's taking up just a bit of space on the inside of the wrist, at least when you wear the watch. The Kilim does need a bit of a break-in period. I wouldn't say it was a painful experience, but it was definitely something that I had to do more consciously. Very oftentimes I had to kind of just press it, like press my wrist together or bend parts or bend this part of the strap together when it's unworn to kind of train it to fit my wrist a little bit better. So there was a little bit of break-in period for the Kilim, but now that it's conformed to my wrist, because again, this is my most worn because of just everything is great with this one. It's waterproof, it's deployment, therefore super fast to put on. It's 2 steps because after the deployment, you still have to loop through the rest of the strap, but it's really no big deal. And also, if you're really in a pinch, once the deployment is on, you can just start running, and then, you know, when you have a minute, then you put it on, right? It's one of my fastest and easiest strap to put on a day-to-day basis. It also fits me quite well. It doesn't rotate or anything. Because it's a plastic derived material, I will say it also kind of sucks onto your skin a little bit more. It kind of just has more friction, whereas the material is a little bit more soft and it just kind of glides over your skin. With this strap also, I had no break-in period because it's really easy to take off and to put on. It's basically a deployment strap. You don't have to remove the whole thing and it comes off quite easily. Here's the close-up of the strap installed, of course, and there are quite a few adjustments. Let me detach it for you so that you can get an even better look. So this is kind of deconstructing this strap that I've had for a while now. So here are the 2 pieces that it comes in when you first unbox it. Hermès Paris stamped right here. And the really cool watch pattern is on the underside as well as on the outside, which gives it almost like a chain effect, but on plastic. It's actually engraved on the metal piece here. Once again, to install it, you just insert it just like all your other straps, except with this one, you do have to adjust the correct length for you. When you do that, you just go through the buckle here. One more thing, this little hook here actually hooks onto the bar here so that it doesn't move once you have it installed. So you just have to click it into place and it will not come off every time you take it off. And now whenever you wear your watch, you just have to press it together and loop this through. So for me, I've been finding this watch strap one of my most used because it's my most neutral. It's obviously with the color black, it's very neutral. And just because of the ease of putting it on and off, even as of today, I'm wearing kind of like a dressier dress because I am going out for dinner later. But I have no issues wearing this in a pinch. I also don't mind exercising in it. Obviously, we've talked about all the pros of the Kilim strap. I guess some of the cons, of course, other than the prices, because it's still an Hermès product, is the fact that it is a plasticky material. Therefore, if you're someone who doesn't love the feeling of sweating in a plastic material, such as these standard straps that Apple makes, these are also their kind of like plasticky material, it can feel uncomfortable. But in general, I do find the strap pretty good even in the summer because maybe there's a bit of space in between the deployment mechanism, so the metal piece as well as a little bit of space here, and it also fits really nice and kind of still looks okay even when you're dressy. I still feel that they are more comfortable than their standard Apple Watch straps. For these 2 double tour leather straps, I will just do a try on and a quick review of them once again so that this becomes more of a comprehensive video. So here is my double tour in the skinny leather. So this is in Swift leather for those who are fans of Hermès, with a contrast stitching because the color gold always comes in contrast stitching. All their leather piece will feature also a date code. So this is a Z stamp. The way you put on a double tour is a little bit more complicated. The way that I do it is that I always have to rest the heavy part of the watch on top of my wrist, and then I pull the leather strap and I have to loop it around twice, hold it to really put it on because otherwise it will just keep falling. So So again, with this one, it fits me on the smallest setting as well, but I can also put it on the second setting because I find that with double tour, the moment that it's looped around your wrist, it's really the first loop. It's really this part that holds on to your wrist. It's not this part. So this part can be relatively loose. This part, once it's looped around, it is really secure. So it just gives you a bit of really interesting design on the wrist, and it is very nice and dressy. Obviously, the watch is the watch, but the design itself is super nice and very interesting. So yeah, again, the second part, the looping part, this part can be a bit looser if you really wanted to, which is typically how I've been wearing it. In terms of comfort, of course, leather will always be my preferred material in terms of comfort. I will say, however, because the double tour is not the easiest and fastest to put on, I definitely got used to it. However, it's also not my choice for working out in them. For day-to-day, I suppose, if you're just someone who's lazy and you don't want to change out your strap, I will say my favorite is still the single tour. But especially if it's a material that is more waterproof, because you can work out, you can shower, you can do all kinds of things in them. Therefore, leather is nice, but it's definitely more for dressy or for more when I travel and I just want to change out my strap here and there. And I just have more options that way. And last but not least, I will try on my thicker version of the double tour. It's going to be the same review as the skinny one, just that it's a bigger width. And this just even gives it a more edgy look. Also with this version, I will say, because the material feels even stiffer, because you have a lot of leather here, it's quite thick, it will be slightly longer to put it on. You just have to really bend it. And as long as it's already, I guess, conformed to the size of your wrist, then it should be a quick thing to do, but again, not the most seamless and fastest experience if that's what you're after, but it's really nice. It's another really gorgeous, very edgy look, and they all offer a really great experience. It doesn't have to be skin tight, because this part does not affect how because this part, at least this part, doesn't affect how tight your watch is. There you have it, my most comprehensive watch strap review and try on, revealing my newest one, but also these ones are still my go-to when it comes to travel. I love to pair the different colors or the different designs with different outfits. If I'm really dressy, of course I'll wear a dressier watch, not the Apple Watch, but on a day-to-day, if I just change up the look of the strap, it's enough for me to feel comfortable going out. Even for today, I might just leave this on and be on my merry way. And so yeah, I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this review, please do subscribe, hit the like button. I'm really trying to reach 50% of subscription rate. It really helps out your favorite content creator by subscribing and by liking their videos and commenting. Anyway, hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys again very soon.